called Hertfordshire.
Yeah, Hertfordshire.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Hertfordshire.
Shire.
Okay, how do you say it?
Shire.
Hertfordshire.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Iron Patriot suit was made at a workshop in that city.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
awesome.
because I first contacted a guy named John Catho Christensen in Norway, and he had a partner, Bruce, in England. They had a workshop there in Hertfordshire, and it took 1.5 years for me to get it because they had some delays and everything. But this suit has a connection with England. And did you Kill Tony came to England? It must have been a couple years ago or something, 1 or 2 years ago. And
yeah, I know we never got to go.
You remember that though, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen the episodes. Yeah.
I watched it a couple weeks ago.
They had a show. I think they had a show in Ireland and got food poisoning, and then they went to Manchester. They were sick, and then they barely made it to London. But they had a pretty big show, I think, in London.
Yeah, London's a big place, man. It wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of people there. Yeah.
Well, do you live in London? Where do you live? What city you live in?
It's a little town. It's like a town. It's called Corby, but it's like around, like in a big place going over. Not far from London though. It's quite close.
Are you north of London?
South,
Yeah.
east.
No, yeah.
He's south of London.
So we're both from Corby, which is about 90 miles north of London. You can get the train direct. But
I don't know where I fucking live.
But I live in Weymouth, which is on the south coast of England. I moved here 12 years ago.
Man, I really got to come visit England, but I'm hoping I can get famous and just have a reason to come over there, because I got to tell you guys, there was a significant development that occurred last night. And I'm glad this interview got delayed because I wouldn't have been able to tell you about it. But last night, do you guys know who Mike Redbar is, of Red Bar Radio?
Yeah. I've watched your interview on there, yeah.
Yeah, 1 year ago, I did an interview with him, and ever since then, I've been trying to get on, and I'd sent him a bunch of emails. I didn't really know. I thought maybe he thought I was insane because I've sent him emails for like a whole year. But all of a sudden, last night, I get a message on Facebook from a couple of people that he's trying to get a hold of me. He's in Chicago. He wants me to come on for an interview, so with you guys interview, this is 2 interviews in 2 days. It's been a while since, I've been working on this for so long. And ever since I left Kill Tony in 2014, it's been extremely difficult because they just got to continue on with the show that we'd already created. They just got to go on. I had to find myself all since 2014, these last, 6 years. I've been trying to find myself and just do my own shows and get some footing. But have you seen any of these ads I've been putting in the Google ads?
Yeah, I love it. I love it every time. Yeah.
Yeah. So people somebody put a clip on Reddit. The video I did, can you release me? I did one of those where I was singing to this song by this other artist, and somebody put a clip on Reddit, and then there was just all these comments from people that I just didn't realize people have been watching so much of what I've been doing and posting. You put stuff on, and sometimes you don't get a lot of feedback, and you don't know. When I was on Reddit, I was just amazed at how many details there were a lot of haters too that were attacking me, but that's when I realized I got to just focus on Kill Tony, because that's it drives Tony and Brian crazy because they don't like me. Tony has that attitude. Like right when I left the show, I saw it when Sarah Bosajabi got taken off the show. He was already telling me, don't give her any attention on social media because she's going to try to use the show. So I knew already how he felt about it. And I know he's pissed off probably now that I'm trying to, because Redban told me in his last tweet a year ago, he told me to move on. He was pissed at me. So, but it's like they paid me with exposure. They never paid me any money. So I got to keep using the exposure. But Kill Tony's just one avenue. I promote my music and everything, but it's like I got to keep that alive because there's still so many people that don't even know the early episodes and are still finding out. This kind of stuff just takes a long time. I've been doing this, but how did you guys first see me? You just watched? Did you watch the early Kill Tony in the beginning?
I started watching Kill Tony like when it first started, and I thought you were one of the main parts to start watching as well. You used to crack me up all the time. You used to give me a get, and then when you disappeared, I was like, what? And then
did you see episode 34 and then 35 when they started talking trash about me? And
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, how come it can just go from one place and then all of a sudden they don't? It didn't make sense to me.
It's a long story. I mean, we've seen it before with other bands or whatever groups work together. It's just there's going to be issues with relationships and just egos get stepped on and stuff. And, now that I look back, it was probably best it happened the way it did because I probably needed a break to reanalyze things. I mean, I tried to go back when I left on Kill Tony 34. That was in January. And then we did that Getting Dug with High. Did you see me when I was on Getting Dug with High? Yeah, so we did that, and then that's when I called Tony. I was just so upset. Some things had been building up, and his ego had really grown from the beginning, and his attitude was just pissing me off. And I was even in that last call in January, at the end of January 2014, I said to him that we helped each other create that show, and he would not agree with me on that fact. He thought it was all him. So it's just his attitude had gotten so disturbing, and also Brian's, and just there was not good communication. And I don't know if I could have took that suit all over the world anyway. It's just, it would have probably been destroyed by now. And it made more sense for them to go with Jeremiah because he's real good at so many characters and he can go on the road. I mean, I don't know. I would love to try it. I'd love to bring that suit to England and try to do a show with. I mean, it wouldn't be easy getting on a plane and all that and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I'm getting the point now. I'd like to perform out of the costume. I mean, have you guys been watching it in Austin? What do you think about the new thing in Austin?
I wasn't into it. I tuned out. It just lost its. It became a parody of itself in a sense. It lost its aura. It was very laid back, very kind of easygoing.
I know what you're saying, but it's like they're still dealing with COVID, so they can't pack the place. It would be a lot different if the place was packed with people. I mean, keep that in mind. But I know what you're saying. It's just he's, like Jimmy Fallon, the guy in America, the talk show host Jimmy Fallon, that has the band, The Roots, the black band play with him. That's Tony wants to kind of be a legit talk show. That's kind of
I see that.
The keyboard player of this band plays with Gary Clark, which is another black artist in Austin that's respected. So he's getting respectable musicians to kind of, if I got a chance, if they brought, and I can't believe I want to go back because they've been so mean to me, but if I did come back for the 500th episode, I might just suggest I come out of the costume like this and just get down with that band. I mean, if that band wants to play and let me sing and dance, I mean, you've seen me. I can move, a lot better out of costume.
Well, you should definitely come over to the UK when you can post COVID because Marvel's still a big thing here in the UK. You get a lot of kids walking around dressed as Captain America and Iron Man and whatnot. Oh yeah. And because of the quality of your costume, you come over to the UK and go to some local Comic-Con events and all that, you would be the most popular person there. I'm telling you, straight out.
The guy that I told you about, John Catho Christensen, that was in Norway that I contacted him in 2012, and that's when I commissioned the suit. But I could tell there's a lot of fans because John, he has his own suits that are even another level than mine. He's like an extreme cosplay player. I mean, that's the thing. When Iron Man first came out, the first Iron Man came out in May of 2008. And that summer, I was already looking. I'll tell you the story a little bit of how I came to Hollywood. I came to Hollywood in August of 2008. And I was already in my 40s. But I was a dream my whole life of coming there. And I was living right on Hollywood Boulevard. And I had some savings. I had about, 5,000 or 6,000. So, I didn't come Tony, when he came to Hollywood, he was sleeping in his car. But, I had 5,000 or 6,000 in, but I was still scared. I had to hit the ground running and try to make some income because I was paying already paying $1,100 for this a month for this small apartment. So I knew I needed to get something. So I'm only like 8 blocks from the Academy Award, the Dolby Theater where they do the Academy Awards at Hollywood and Highland. It's the main tourist area. So I walked like 8 blocks down in August when I first got there and saw these characters making money posing for pictures. And the first character I was going to do was SpongeBob, because I saw SpongeBob. He's banking, man. People giving him money, hugging him, taking pictures. Like, damn, that's all I need. Because I wanted a job where I was free to do what I wanted. I wasn't restricted to 9 to 5. So I went home on eBay and I found a costume that looked like his, which I'm sure he would have been pissed off, but I didn't care. I didn't know the drama that went on the Boulevard yet, but I was ordering it on eBay. But then I was looking at other stuff, and that's when I found it on eBay an Iron Man suit that was like plastic for like $500, and it turns out the guy was right outside of LA. So I drove out immediately and got this plastic Iron Man suit, and I posted I put it in some of the videos of my YouTube's what my old costume looked like. It was okay, and I had to wear that for like 5 years. But I started doing that. I started going out on the street and working as Iron Man, and it started working for me. And then I was also started to do extra work. I don't know, you guys, if you know, I've been on a lot of
I've seen you been on Entourage in Silicon Valley and stuff.
Oh yeah, well the show I was on the most was Parks and Recreation. So I started started in 2008, and then a year later is when Parks and Recreation started. And that's I was a union member by then, and I got lucky because I first joined AFTRA, and then they merged together, and I was a member of SAG-AFTRA. But I didn't start till Parks and Recreation started in the fall. Well, it had one short season that I wasn't in that started in the spring of 2009, and then I came in the fall, and I was on that show just as a City Hall employee in the background. But it was an incredible experience. But anyway, that whole period of Parks, I was working on the Boulevard as Iron Man, the plastic suit. I was doing extra work, and then it was 2008 is when I first tried to send the message to Norway, to John, in 2008 already, and I didn't get any message back because he was getting too many messages. I mean, he had this suit online.
About the suit, yeah.
You probably saw this suit back in the day because he was the only one that had a walking Iron Man suit. I mean, it looked like it was like 20 grand. Everybody was like going, wow. And I tried to send a message. He didn't send anything back. But then my friend that worked with me, Juan Diego, he does Captain America and sometimes Spider-Man, but he used to work on the Boulevard with me. In 2011, he suggested that I contact John again. He didn't know I knew this guy already, but he said, contact this guy. And then I saw that it was the same guy, and I said, okay, I'll send a message again. And then that's when, took a couple of weeks, he sent me a message back and said he would make one more for me, but he wasn't gonna be doing anymore. And then he said, then I had to send like $4,500 through PayPal, which was stressful as shit because that's a lot of money. And it was supposed to take, I ordered it in 2011. And by the time spring of 2012 came, I thought it was about ready because he said it was going to be about 4 months. And then it was scary as hell because when I contacted him, he took a whole week to get back with me. So I'm freaking out because I'm thinking PayPal only protects you for 48 days. So at that point, there's really nothing I could do. I mean, I could have got on a plane and went to England or Norway and try to find him. But so a week later, he emails me back, and not only does he say he's not done with the costume, he hasn't even started, and then I was about to give up and ask for my money back, but he told me to be patient, and then he strung me along and showed me pictures. But what I didn't know is he didn't think I needed it till Iron Man 3 came out. And Iron Man 3, I don't know if you guys remember, came out in like April of 2013.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was when the premiere was. But that's when he kind of in his mind thought I'm going to get it to him. But it drove me crazy because for a whole year and a half, all the way from fall of 2011 to May of 2013, that's a year and a half I waited. I was stressing big time. I thought I'd been scammed. But I finally did get it in May of 2013. And, this is another crazy thing about the story. Before I got the costume in May of 2013, I was so sick of wearing the plastic Iron Man suit that I'd been wearing for 5 years. It almost had fallen apart. I bought a Captain America suit, this real nice $1,000 replica. It was just an incredible Captain America suit. And I was working as that, but waiting to get the nice Iron Patriot suit. This was like in April. I'm on the boulevard taking pictures. I'm right there at Hollywood and Highland. And keep in mind, I was a big podcast fan, so I'd already been watching shows by Brian Redband and watching him on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, you're a big Death Squad fan.
And I had already seen Tony Hinchcliffe on the Ice House Chronicles. But there was a day in April. I'll never forget this moment. There was a day in April that I see Tony Hinchcliffe walking. He was going to go to the train. He was going to go down the escalator to get on the train. And I stopped him. I'm in my Captain America suit. And I stopped and I said, "Hey, I know you. I've seen you on the Ice House Chronicles." And, he was kind of just, he didn't say much. And then I was even trying to tell him that I'm about to get this suit and I might be seeing you. But I thought I might see him at the Ice House Chronicles. I didn't know he was going to be on the show when I went to the Comedy Store. So but that's an incredible moment, a very mystical moment. And I haven't even asked Tony about this. I do not know if he even remembers this moment. But it's just so incredible that I would have been telling him, I'm about to get this suit. I'm about to come see you guys because I like you guys. And he wasn't that interested. He just thought I was some fool. So he just kind of left and went down the train. And then the next time I saw him was when I surprised him. Because, see, when I got the suit, it took like a whole month to get ready. I cannot tell you how hard it is to do this suit. It's just beyond hard. It's just, there was another guy in Hollywood. There's another guy named Paul Harrell that lived in Hollywood that does Iron Man. And he got his suit before mine. He had his made in Vegas. So I trained with him. When I went into his world, I saw how hard it was and the kind of detail he does, and I didn't realize the detail it took. So about a month it took me to get on when I went out in that suit the first time, I was like a wounded animal. He went out and helped me, and he was scared for me. I mean, it was just so hard. And then I was working out on the boulevard, and then the first time I planned to go to see Brian Redband was June 3rd, 2013. That's when I finally thought I was going to go. But when that day came, I chickened out. It was just too much. I thought, there's no way I can do this because there were so many unknowns. I thought, because my plan was to go down on the bus because I didn't know anybody down there. I didn't know where to change. So I thought I'll put it on in my apartment where I feel real comfortable. Then I'll go down and get on the bus, stand on the bus, and ride to the Comedy Store. So that was my plan. But when that day, June 3rd came, 2013, I got scared. And when that day was over, I just thought, oh, good. I'm glad I'm not thinking crazy anymore. There's no way I could do that. That was just a ridiculous idea. But as that week went on and I went back to posing with pictures for The Tourist, I just knew I had to do something special. I couldn't just sit here and take pictures forever. I got to go take this suit to the next level. So on June 10th, 2013, a day that will live in infamy in the podcast history world, I had the guts to finally do it. And it must have been around 7 o'clock or something, before 7 o'clock that night, I start putting on the suit because it took 30 minutes and everything has to be done right. Because when you get out in the street, if something's not working right, you're going to really regret it. So I walked down to the bus, got there. The bus driver just let me get on, didn't even say anything. I walked on, walked halfway back and stood. Everybody's like, holy shit, Iron Man's on the bus. Bus driver didn't even ask for my money. I couldn't believe it. So I'm standing up. I'm holding on for dear life. I'm going down Sunset because I walked from Hollywood Boulevard down to Sunset Boulevard. So I'm on this magical, mystical street, Sunset Boulevard, one of the most famous streets that goes all the way to the ocean. I'm on the street, and it's about 2 or 3 mile ride. I'm standing on, holding on for dear life. So I finally get down to King's, which is the street right before the Comedy Store. I was really scary getting off the bus because when you're midway back going down those 2 big steps, there was no guarantee I was going to hit the street because there was a blind spot from the knee to the ankle in that suit. So there was no guarantee I was going to I might have fell and busted my neck right when I tried to get off the bus. So I made it to the street.
You're okay.
Yeah, I made it to the street. It's dangerous. I fell in that suit one time, and I might tell you about that. That's a whole other story. I might tell you guys about. But anyway, I did make it on the ground, and I didn't fall. And then I start going down the Comedy Store, and the first person I see is Brody Stevens. Do you know Brody Stevens?
Oh, I love him.
I mean, it's so sad that this guy died because he was such a great part of my story, and I wanted him to see me go on to do something because I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, I've seen you on the Ice House Chronicles," and he was receptive. He appreciated that I recognized him, and I said, "Yeah," but I didn't know he was going to be on Kill Tony that night. I didn't know he was already going to be on the only one I was going to see was Brian Redband. I didn't know Tony was going to be there. I didn't know Brody was going to be there because I thought Brian was still doing this show he has called the Death Squad Secret Show. I did not know he'd made this new project he was going to do with Tony, and they were going to call it Hinchcliffe's Notes because they didn't have the name yet. It was just called Hinchcliffe's Notes. So when I showed up, I'm thinking I'm showing up to the Death Squad Secret Show, but I'm showing up to a new show that was on its 2nd episode. That's what's so crazy. I was planning on coming to their first one, but that was the first week where I chickened out. I would have been there at the original Kill Tony, but I didn't come to the second because it took me a little, you're going to have to cut me some slack, brothers, because that shit took a lot of guts. So
of course.
I didn't make it till Kill Tony 2, and it's so mystical because when I got there, when I made it up to the belly room, which was not easy. I mean, another crazy thing was I just walked right in the Comedy Store. No one stopped me. I thought they were going to ID. I mean, I didn't even have my ID with me. I thought they were going to say, you don't have your license. But I just walked in, and I'm walking down this great hall with all the pictures of the famous comedians, David Letterman, Jay Leno, all these people. And it's really dark. I can barely see. Then I have to go up this other set of stairs to get to the belly room. I mean, by the time I got in the belly room, I was like, holy shit, this was an odyssey from, I mean, it never ended. And then I finally saw Brian and Tony. They were smoking right behind the belly room up on this kind of thing that went down some stairs. And it's right behind the belly room. And they were laughing. I mean, they were scared and also laughing, but they were looking at me in shock as I walked to them. And I just thought how they just didn't realize the long journey I'd been, how long it took to get to them at that point. And then Brian immediately took a little video clip of me and put it on Instagram. And that was the beginning of my social media because Brian Redband has so many followers. I was immediately in the, I mean, it wasn't long before I was getting messages that summer from people in Europe. I mean, it was incredible how fast people were already saying I was a legend. I mean, because they couldn't believe I got on the show. But so it was called Hinchcliffe's Notes, and it's funny on that first episode, you can hear when Tony said when they first saw me, Tony said he thought I was gonna kill him. So isn't that hilarious that he says that in that first episode, and then the very next week he changed the name to Kill Tony. But the thing with him though, he portrays it as it's all this thing with Kill Bill, and because he loves Quentin Tarantino, and and that's why he has the sword on the stage, because it's if you ask Tony, that's what he's gonna say is where he got the idea. But it seems like something deeper, mystical, subconscious thing is happening with this show that it wasn't. It's because I'm the thing that it was about, not Quentin Tarantino. But I mean, I understand. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. And also in the third episode, when the first time I asked Dean Del Rey a question, the first time I started asking the guest questions, they kind of shocked him when I interrupted. And Tony said to me, if you can hear this, if you go back to Kill Tony number 3, you can hear Tony say, you have the timing of a Green Goblin. It's so incredible because I know Tony knows nothing about the comic books. He doesn't care about the comic books. But I don't think he couldn't have realized that Norman Osborn, who is the Iron Patriot, is really the Green Goblin. I mean, I don't know if you guys know the true story. The Iron Man, in Iron Man 3, I don't know. That's a different Iron Patriot. It isn't the thing in the comic books with the Norman Osborn. That's the kind of the one my suit's modeled off. They changed some things in the movie. So, but it's just because it started off with Green Goblin, who was Norman Osborn, and then Norman Osborn stole Iron Man's suit and painted it red, white, and blue. But it's just so incredible that Tony would have said that at that moment, that you have the timing of a Green Goblin. I might have to ask him. I mean, it's just a shame. I've just lost communication with those guys. And when you don't have communication, everything gets fucked up. I mean, it's just.
Well, the thing is like everybody, because of this pandemic, everybody's starting on a clean slate. So, like, we've already seen the sort of death of the LA comedy scene because of the conditions in California. So, regardless of where your life went or could have went, it would have ended up in the same place you are now, regardless, because everybody has to start from scratch. And in a way, you've sort of dodged a bullet because, you know, although we're in England, we're not actually there in LA to witness it. We have seen through YouTube and through podcasts that the upper echelon of the LA comedy scene, which was Joe Rogan and Chris D'Elia and all them, they've all sort of gone their separate ways. Some of them have been part of scandals or whatever, and others have moved to different parts of the country.
Yeah, Joey Diaz is in New Jersey.
Yeah, and then Chris D'Elia, I don't know what happened with him, and then Brian Callen and all that. And they kind of went into obscurity. They disappeared. And Joe Rogan went to Texas. Tony kind of followed him, didn't he, to Texas?
Yeah.
And
Brian Redband works for Joe Rogan, so Brian had to go to Austin, and plus that's the mothership. I mean, when you got Joe Rogan in your life, the exposure he gives is priceless. I mean, it's just
Well, the thing I wanted to ask you, relevant to that, is like once you got inside the inner, once you got inside that circle of Kill Tony, like, you know, I kind of get the sense that there's a real toxic environment for up and coming comedians and actors that come into LA like yourself to try and make something of themselves because they have ambition, they've got talent. But for every Brad Pitt out there, there's 10,000 other people that don't make it. You know?
I've seen so much talent go nowhere in this town. I mean, I've seen beautiful people. I've seen people that can do everything. I mean, my Facebook is just loaded with bitter people that are just like me, that we just all want to, you know, be stars. It's just there's not enough demand. They don't need, and they use a lot of the same actors. I mean, let's be honest. When you watch a movie, don't you kind of like to see actors you know are good?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, because you don't want to get stuck in a movie that, you know.
See, I'm the opposite. I'll wait until everyone's not into it anymore, and then I'll watch it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But it's
But so how toxic was that LA comedy scene? Like how tight knit was it?
It's just competitive. It's just so people. I mean, I think that's what happened with Brody. Is just his heart was broken. He was hanging out with Zach Galifianakis. He was in movies, and I don't think his career turned out like.
Brody was talented though. That's the thing. He didn't realize it as much as everyone else did.
He was what?
You know what I mean? He was talented. He didn't realize it as much as everyone else.
I mean, he was
you know what I mean?
I mean, I heard him talk about. See, it was tough when you're at the Comedy Store and then you see one of your friends start going up, and then he's showing up in a nice sports car at the Comedy Store parking lot, and his career is soaring up, and then you're not. That's the hard thing at the Comedy Stores. You're seeing one guy, and that's what was hard for Brody. He's seeing some of his friends go up and get famous, and he's still unknown. And I mean, I wish I would have had his career. I mean, shit, after I left Kill Tony, I've had so many hard years. When Brody committed his suicide, I thought, man, I wish I would have loved to have his life, because he was still in the game. I mean, he was also taking medication though. So see, I had a brother take his life. My younger brother, Chad, took his life in Dallas in 2003. And he was on medication like that, all those antidepressants and stuff. And that shit, I think it plays with your mind. I think it compromises.
It definitely does,
Yeah, you're stealing happiness from tomorrow, aren't you? You're compensating for happiness that you're having tomorrow. You know, it messes with your chemistry in your brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to judge my story yet, because even though Brian and Tony, after I left the show, Brian and Tony trashed my name, but it kind of in a way made even more people notice me, because the controversy is just what gets people. It's just, you got to use anything you can these days to get people's attention. It's just so difficult. So I don't know if I can be mad at them for that, because they probably brought a lot. See, they started having other people dress up as the Iron Patriot. Do you remember that? They have other people. It was stupid. It was just a cheap, like these Iron Patriot pajamas they bought off Amazon. Just one of those like a kid would wear, but it was adult size.
Just a mask.
So, but see, that was what was hard for me, is that a lot of people didn't even care. I mean, people are so apathetic these days. And see, also, the thing you guys don't understand is my suit is a lot more impressive in person. I mean, it looks cool in the videos, but if you would have saw it in person when I was it scared people. I mean, it was, because I'm huge. See, when you're looking on the internet, it doesn't show size very good. Like that's why, like Joe Rogan, he's a little short dude, but the way he does his show, you don't see the little short dude, because the size does not come through on the video. But that's bad for me, because people don't really see how awesome. And also, when I was standing on the side of the stage, like, so everybody on the stage was like 5 inches taller than me, so that made me not look as tall as I really was if they would have been standing even with me. But yeah, it was, when I left the show, there just was so much anger. People, I mean, Brian doesn't know the power of his own network. I mean, he sucked that Death Squad army on me, and I'm still paying for it. I could go on Reddit now and see people with negative comments about me. I mean, it's just, but it's like, even Bobby Lee said on one of the episodes of Kill Tony, he said, to be famous, you got to have people that hate you and love you. And I'm definitely a very polarizing, I have a big ego, I'll admit that, but I'm also a real humble guy too. I'm a big fan. I mean, the videos I'm making now, I'm showing you some of the music and songs that really influenced me. And by the way, I looked up that that Helmet song, Hung Unsung.
Yeah.
I heard that song. I remember hearing that back in the 90s.
Yeah, man. Great song. Great band.
Yeah, it's a good song, but I'm going to tell you, that's going to lead me into this. That was a tough time in the early 90s for me, because in the early 90s when I lived in Dallas, that was my first brush with fame, because I was in a band called Dirty Crabber, and we got pretty big in Dallas. But the problem is picture me, I don't know if you know my band Dirty Crabber, but in the early 90s, I had a vest with a sparkling crab, sequin crab on the back that my mom made for me. I had a turban. I had these Converse shoes with a crab on it. They were sparkly. I was trying to be a superhero back then too. I was the Dirty Crabber. But it's like, but see, I couldn't get on the vibe of what was going on back then. It wasn't my thing. Like, if you look at Helmet, they just look like, if you look at the way Helmet dresses, that's what I dress when I go out and throw the Frisbee at the park. I would never dream of getting on stage.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But see, that's the thing though. The scene in the early 90s was ready for a huge change, because there was so much fashion and over-the-top shit in the 70s and 80s that people just were sick of it. That's what happened. Yeah. See, you guys are young. You don't know how big a change that was from the late 80s to early 90s. That was a huge pop culture change. And I really think this pandemic is going to cause another big change of some sort that I hope I can be part of. There's going to be another.
It's definitely going to,
We're going to be going into what's called a post-industrial sort of revolution, where it's all going to be, everything's going to be, science and education is going to be the important thing. And everything, people live in cities up until now, right? Because that's where everybody works. It's the financial hub, whether it be London or New York or LA. But that's all done now, because everybody's starting to go back to their second homes to work in the nice little rural communities now. So the city is dead as far as we're concerned. Cities are dead. Well,
we've had a lot of people leave LA. I mean, they just did open up the restaurants you could be out in the patio. I think they reopened, because Gavin Newsom's been getting a lot of pressure. He's the governor of California to get it opened up. I mean, and where Tony and Austin with Kill Tony, Austin is more progressive. Who knows what level they're at. I mean, they're probably a few weeks from just letting everybody come in. I mean, they're not going to have any trouble selling tickets because they're connected with Joe. They go on the Joe Rogan promote. I mean, they're going to sell tickets. So whatever they do, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know if they want to just give up on the storyline of my story. And I mean, did you guys see the 100th episode of Kill Tony when I came back the last time? The Kill Tony 100?
I watched that yesterday, actually.
Okay. Did you see how good Tony built that up at the beginning, building up the anticipation? Oh God, that's what the entertainment's about. He almost had the crowd wondering if I was really there. And then he kind of said, well, we thought, it was beautiful. So
that was awesome,
if he wants to stop right there and waste everything we could do, I'll just have to do my own thing. But I mean, it's a shame because he doesn't have any other secret weapon that could get the crowd on the edge of their seat. I mean, even Joe Rogan, he's already been on the show. That wouldn't even be that big of a deal. But see, if he was smart, this is what he would do, Tony, right now. If he was smart, he would announce now that the Iron Patriot is coming back for the 500th episode. Now, if he announced it now, can you imagine the anticipation level we would be at? Is April, it's going to be, if they're on the same schedule, they'll be doing the 500 in April sometime. But because when I came back for the 100th, it was a surprise. He said I was a surprise guest and he didn't want to tell anybody. But this time, I think he should tell them because we could just get so much anticipation going in the next couple of months. By the time tell me, is there anybody in the podcast world that would not be watching that?
No, that'd be hot. You know what I mean? That'd be hot because
it's about entertainment. I wish we could get away from all the drama and the stupid high school fighting and it's like, see, that's Tony. He loves his ego. He loves to feel like he's part of a group and you can't be part of it anymore. And he always uses the phrase, you burned your bridge. You burned your bridge. He's always saying, so that's the way he looks at me, is I didn't behave properly and be a little good boy. So I burned my bridge. I'm not in that world he's in with Joe Rogan, and he feels that's what makes him feel so special, is that he was, so it's just sad that it happened, but I mean, Van Halen, I don't know if you know the story about them, but when they broke up and had Sammy Hagar join in the mid 80s, nobody thought they would get back together. It was 22 years. So all these people, I just try to tell everyone, just relax. It's too quick to judge because even though Brian and Tony and me aren't getting along, that doesn't mean we might not make up in the future. We might not, though. But I'm just saying there's no way to – I mean, there's been so many bands that – I mean, look at the Eagles. They even said when hell freezes over, saying they would never get back together. But then they did get back together, and they said hell froze over. So hell might freeze over for me and the guys. Who knows? But I'm just saying, guys – when you look at a pot of water and you just see it starting to boil, the first few bubbles?
Yeah.
Dudes, I'm thinking right at this moment. I've been in this for 40 years. I've been chasing this dream, guys. And when I got that thing last night that Red Bar wanted to contact me, and then also I've had all these other little things happening where you guys are contacting me. These are all the little bubbles I'm starting to see that I don't think there's any limit. I think I could be the biggest star in the world because I just think I can key into something people have been wanting, just a character like me you can really fantasize and have fun with, I don't know. I got big dreams. It's hard. Maybe it's delusions of grandeur. I don't know. Cause I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm just saying, I'm seeing little signs in this last week that I have not seen. Little indications of fame. I mean, I just need that little spark. I'm like a huge pool of gasoline right now. If I get that little spark from somebody more famous than me, but see, Red Bar, that's what frustrates me about Red Bar is he does this weird thing on his website where it's a subscription. So I just saw on Twitter, he just put the episode out, but I followed the link, and you got to join his website and do the subscription. You got to pay.
All right.
So, but he told me he was going to send me the file, but through WeTransfer, but it's not there yet. So I don't know when or if he's going to give it to me. I used to subscribe to his site, but I stopped because I was so depressed when he wouldn't let me come on the show again. I didn't want to watch because I was depressed. I thought he didn't like me, and then but I just had to wait a whole nother year. It's just in life, it's all about timing. And what I'm trying to say is, right now everything seems to be lining up. I mean, as we talk, this Google Ads thing is just unbelievable, because as we're speaking right now, my ads are playing on Kill Tony shows right now.
Yeah. Cool. And I love that.
I mean, so what do you think's going to happen tomorrow? Because tomorrow is when it gets good. Monday is when the podcast world gets hot again, Monday through Thursday. Tomorrow, the people are going to start seeing the interview. I've already had a bunch of people sending me messages. They love the interview. So the interview is coming out. Kill Tony, people are, there's just a lot of excitement now, and everything's lining up. They changed the show and went to Austin, which makes people more interested. People are somebody on Reddit said that my ads is the funniest part so far this year of Kill Tony. He said, that's how funny this is, mate. That's how funny this thing is. I came up with the idea a couple of weeks ago, or I think I had even tried it. See, last summer I spent $75,000 on Google Ads last summer.
Damn.
This was all money I had saved driving Uber for like 5 years. Uber, though, saved my life, though, because it gave me something I could do and make money and do it when I wanted. I wish I would have had Uber back in Kill Tony, because I wouldn't have had to go out on the boulevard 4 days a week to make tips. I could have just went to Kill Tony once a week, and I shouldn't have took the bus. I should have just drove the suit down. See, I'm a real slow thinker. That's the problem with me. It's just I'm really slow. So you might think I'm retarded.
I think I'm the same,
What?
I think I'm the same, quite slow I'll gradually get there.
You might think I'm actually a retard when you first on certain things if I haven't seen it. But if I have time to think, I'm one of the more deeper thinkers you'll ever meet. I analyze it and I really, get to know it. But see, it's not that expensive to advertise on Kill Tony every day. But it's like a few days ago I opened it up to the keyword entertainment, and I got a lot more views. But it's like it gets expensive real quick. You could spend $300 in one night if you open it up and let it. And what I learned from doing it, see, last summer when I spent the $75,000, it was cool. I got over 1 million views now on my. I don't know if you've seen my Iron Patriot rock roller video.
Yeah.
Okay, that has over 1 million views now. That's because I was getting messages from all over last summer when that hit. When I was putting all that money, people were sending messages going, "Holy shit! I saw your video, Iron Patriot rock roller." So it was a good thing, but I feel like a lot of that money was wasted because I needed to narrow down the marketing to just like Kill Tony, where people know me. Because you could play videos all day long to people that don't know you. They might get a little entertainment and then just forget about you. They probably even I remember one night I opened it up in India. See, that's the cool thing about this Google. That's the cool thing about this Google Ads thing. You can see where you're getting plays. Right now, my videos are playing in England, Australia, United States, and Canada. That's another big place. But when I started out, I was trying all around the world. There was one night last summer, I had 10,000 views in India. And it cost a lot. It cost money, though, to do that. And it was kind of a waste because I think a lot of them were probably just on their cell phones and just kind of caught it a little. And then see, if they watch past 5 seconds and don't skip the ad, that's when I get a view and they charge me. If it's just 5 seconds and they skip to go to the next thing, that's called an impression. They're real positive. They call it an impression when really it's somebody that's just like going, oh, this is driving me crazy. Fuck that. You know, I mean, they can't even wait. I mean, I've been there. Everybody's been there where you can't even wait the 5 seconds. You're like, got the thing on there. Just, you don't even want to look at it. It's like, you're going to watch something. You're not wanting to watch this, but so I get it. I know. I mean, and see, I'm getting anywhere from 20 to 30% of the people are watching, where the other percentage are going.
So if you say, if I let an ad play out, that means someone's getting paid, right? So
no, yeah. If you go, you know, when you see the little thing in the bottom right-hand corner that says skip, after 5 seconds, you have to watch for 5 seconds. Then you can click on that thing. If you click on that thing, then I'm going to get charged for a view, which is going to be like 5 or 6 cents for that.
Right.
View.
So it's better for me to keep watching the ad.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because if you drop out quick, it's kind of a waste for me. But I mean, I know a lot of people do drop off pretty quick. I've seen on that they show you where they drop off, and it's just extremely hard to get people to, because there's so much stuff online. It's just people are just so. They'll move on so fast if something bores them. So that's why what I'm doing now is I've had to focus and edit this down to really, because when somebody's watching Kill Tony now, and then my ad comes on, and then I'm sitting there, see the shirt here, the Kill Tony t-shirt. I'm sitting here in the Kill Tony t-shirt, and I have the hat on, and I am sitting next to the Iron Patriot suit. So that helps, because if it's a Kill Tony fan that maybe hasn't seen me in a while or knows about me, that helps to immediately. You got to do everything you can to get.
Well, honestly, you should really come to the UK after the lockdown. Honestly, you'd be surprised at how popular your Iron Man suit would be. Even if they don't know
100%.
who you are, they're gonna gravitate towards the quality of your costume. And you put on a good act anyway, so you know you're gonna make a killing in the UK.
See, I gotta hold out though. Like, remember the Beatles? Remember they said they wouldn't go to America until they're number one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pull off with. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I would love to come there when there's a little bit of excitement and not come there and have it to where. And I think I'm real close to pulling that off if I can. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the easiest solution is to bring me back to Kill Tony, but if that doesn't happen, I mean, Red Bar, the crazy thing about Red Bar, he was telling me he wants to make videos and have me start putting them on Google Ads, on my Google Ads. So that's another development that I don't know. He wants me to be the one. For some reason, he doesn't want to do his own Google Ads. He wants me to do it on my Google Ads, and he was even saying he'd give me the money. It's weird. I mean, I'll do it. Maybe I'll attach my video at the end of his, but he wants his to only be, on Kill Tony episodes. So, and I don't know what he might be saying something real harsh, because, Red Bar, he's like the TMZ of podcasting.
He doesn't really like Tony, does he?
Oh, him and Jules. They don't. I mean, there's a lot of people that have issues with Tony because he just has a raging ego. And as soon as he got in the Joe Rogan posse, he just doesn't think he has to just do whatever he wants, So, I mean, I'm not saying he can be a nice guy, and he's helped a lot of people. So I'm not going to try to blame him. A lot of people want to blame him for Brody's death because there's a video of him yelling at Brody, but I don't want to do that. I still, it's sad, but I love him and Brian, because they did bring a lot of notice to my name and my character. it's kind of hard to figure everything out now, though.
I think you're beyond that now anyway, because people are doing all this Skyping and podcasting in their own homes now. There's going to be 100 more Kill Tony like formats in the next 5 years anyway. So, there's going to be a saturation.
Yeah, there'll be some sort of demand for me, I think, because even like Red Bar, see, he's got this whole group of dedicated fans that, they see my side of the story. So there's going to be people that are going to take, different viewpoints and stuff. So it's just for Red Bar to be contacting me last night. That was very good sign, because he's not going to contact. He only goes after the biggest stories. He's not going to give unless something's happening with the show and with me and the timing's right. He's not. I was begging him for a whole year. I kept sending him emails every week saying I want to get on again, but it never happened because the timing wasn't right. So I don't know what spark I need right now to just really launch it into millions of views or whatever. But it just feels like I'm so damn close, because there's so many people that enjoy this story. And I mean, there's been people on Reddit even saying that they think I'm the future of comedy. So I just hope I can pull this off and not let anyone down. And because it really is, I've studied my whole life. I've studied people who get famous and how they do it. And it's not an easy thing. And I just can't imagine right now. Last night, I could barely keep up with all the messages that were coming at me and stuff. So I can see real quick that it could get so out of control. You can't even send a message to anybody because there's too many people. I don't know what to expect, guys. It's just, I've dreamed about this my whole life, and I'm already 54. So I'm 54. How old are you guys?
28.
28.
Okay, so 40. I'm almost twice as old as you guys.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
consistency, mate. Consistency's key.
And this is the worst part about it. This is the worst part about my story. And I told this on a Kill Tony episode, and it really cracks them up. Is the last time I had sex was the last episode of Friends in May of 2004. Do you remember the show Friends?
Yeah.
American show Friend that was on NBC. No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, your love life gonna say. Okay, the last episode, I got lucky. I met this bartender girl. I was working as a DJ at the Sugar Shack down on Greenville Avenue in Dallas, and I got lucky with this cute bartender girl, Brittany, and we had made love. Went to a bar that night, came home, had some great. I got to massage her feet. I made love to her, and even in the morning, I mean, it was incredible. But I did not know at that time that would be the last time I would ever have sex. I mean, but it is a testimony that, I mean, I am a loser for going that long, but it's also a testimony to how hard I've been working on this.
You should watch it. Sorry.
I've been so focused. I've been so focused through these years, and girls don't, when you're pursuing a dream like mine, where it's just kind of like, it takes time and you don't know for sure. Girls, it's too scary. They like something more stable. Especially hot girls in LA or pretty girls that's like $100 bill getting snatched off the ground. It don't stay there. I don't think I've ever met a pretty girl in LA that didn't have a boyfriend. I don't think I've ever. So,
you're so focused, you forgot about vagina.
Oh God, dude, and it's probably good. There's a girl in town here, Jennifer Corbin, and she danced with Dirty Crabber. She was in the Seafood Review in the 90s, but her real name is Jennifer Cobb. But when she got on this show Lingerie on Cinemax and she's a star. I mean, a lot of people know her, Jennifer Corbin. If you look online, she's so beautiful. I mean, were you the person who noticed my laptop in the background that it was cracked?
Yeah.
Were you the one that noticed that?
Yeah.
You sent me the message on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny, and I don't know if you noticed this, but I didn't realize anyone would notice my laptop. So in the next video, did you see me? I did that song by Rat called I'm Insane in one of my last videos. I've been putting out a lot, so I'm sure you didn't see them all, but there's one I did, the Rat song, I'm Insane. And if you look at this video again, in the background on the laptop, I have naked pictures of Jennifer. Did you see that?
Yeah.
But see, I tried to put that slideshow on a couple years ago, but it got taken off because it's got nudity. But when you got it way in the background, you can't really see it, but you can kind of tell. I mean, could you kind of tell there was some real hot?
Yeah, I see some titties.
It was far up in the background. See, if you have that up in the close, YouTube's not gonna let you put that on if you put it right up on the main screen.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know how liberal they are now, but I've had stuff taken down for nudity. They
Well,
don't.
it's still there.
I mean, you can get away with sometimes stuff, but if I would have, I'm just saying that video was removed one time. I had the full slideshow where you could see it on the full screen, and it did get removed because it was too suggestive. But it was so cool to have it in that video. I thank you for bringing that to my attention because I didn't know anybody could notice that because it's pretty far back there. And that was hilarious. You know, and also it's funny. What's your name? You're Sean, but what's your name?
Oh, DK.
I'm Sean, yeah. That's
Did you
Dan.
notice that I followed you on Twitter right before you guys contacted me? I just saw you had followed me, and I try to follow everybody that follows me. But that was before Sean had even contacted me. I mean, did you see on your Twitter that said Iron Patriot's following you?
Yeah, it did, yeah. I noticed.
But it just seemed random to you that, like, all of a sudden, that I don't know. Dudes, it's just everybody in the world's trying to be famous now. So what I'm doing is just extremely difficult. Everybody wants, you know, I mean, you guys, I'm sure you'd love to. Is this your first? You said this is your first podcast?
It's the first podcast I'm doing, yeah.
I've done a few in the past, you know, locally. You know.
It looks good. I like your presentation. It looks good. I mean, I don't know. Would you be able to send this to me on WeTransfer? I'll put this on my YouTube channel. I mean.
Yeah. Sean's recording it, and I'm recording just as a backup, just in case.
We just have to edit it together, the voice and the video together.
Okay. Have you used WeTransfer before?
No.
I don't think so, no.
Just write it down or something. It's WeTransfer.com. And
WeTransfer.com.
And you already have my email that I gave you for the Skype. You have my email. When you go to WeTransfer, it's real simple. You go to WeTransfer. You don't even have to sign up or anything. You can do it for free. You go to WeTransfer. You get the file. You upload the file in the thing, and then you put my email in and send it to my email address. Then I get a thing. It gives me a chance to download it from the WeTransfer site when they send me an email.
Okay, yeah.
So it's real easy. Just when I'd appreciate it when you guys. I don't know how long have we gone already? What time is it?
We've hit the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up pretty soon. We don't have to go that long. On this
real quickly then. One last question then. Are you aware that there's a Stan Lee biography coming out in 2 weeks?
No.
There's a Stan Lee biography coming out that's been in the works since around his death, and it's I think it's looking a bit polarizing because it's looking to defame the man's legacy. I just wanted to see what your thoughts were on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen different stories about that maybe some of the artists weren't paid or given credit for things, and I would have to be I'd have to be more in that story and talk to the people to see what happened. But yeah, I mean, it's the entertainment business is just filled with so many things of people not giving credit to people, not compensating people. I mean, it's just, look at all the stuff, look at all the benefit Kill Tony has received from the character I created, just from the controversy but yet I've not made $1. I mean, Brian Redband, he has that do-it-yourself attitude. So he looks at it in a way like I should be using that exposure to do it myself, which he's correct. I mean, he's right. I do need to do my own thing, but you know, at some point, I don't know what the compensation needs to be, but you know, I mean, all those guys, I'm sure that you just paid William and all those people with exposure. That's just what he's giving you, you know. So
you do your own thing. You were doing your own thing before. You've just nostalgia for Kill Tony, you know.
It's just been tough. I mean, I don't know who sees my videos or whatever, and it's hard to know what. You know, it's funny. Somebody was looking at my video that I shot of my parents. They were thinking I'm real rich or something. I mean, they have a cool house out in Palm Desert, but we're by no means rich, you know. I mean, I grew up in a middle-class family, and, you know, I worked pretty much for everything I, you know, have and stuff. But so what do you guys do? What are you guys going to do with this? You just going to release it on your do you have?
Yeah, well, I'm starting a podcast. So I'm just going to start getting guests and and bring back guests. You're welcome anytime, man. Like, you've been awesome. You've been actually.
So are you? Do you
I've started.
like if you put this online today or tomorrow? Is there already some Kill Tony fans you know that in England that would watch it, or?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I've got a
loads.
few people that. Yeah.
That's just crazy. That it's just so crazy that the internet enables us to. Because back in the 80s, when I was starting out in the game in the 80s, there's no way I could have got people like you to see what I'm doing in England. I mean, unless I mailed you a videotape. I mean,
well,
yeah.
The funny thing is that you know Philip K. Dick, right, the novelist.
no.
His books became Blade Runner, Total Recall, Minority Report, all them. He was very good at writing sort of existential sci-fis, and he spent most of his life in poverty, in complete sort of obscurity. But in France, somehow he became really popular, and that's what kept his work in print. And then when Blade Runner came out, he died not long before Blade Runner came out, and his legacy has never stopped since. You know, Scanner Darkly and all them, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you're a starving artist and you never get your due, you know. I mean, didn't Van Gogh never get his due? I mean,
yeah,
until he cut his ear off.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You find fame in parts you wouldn't expect, you know.
Yeah. There's no telling what's gonna happen, but we should probably wrap it up because we don't want to make the first one too long. But then this was a lot of fun. I'm glad your mom's okay, and I thought you were maybe gonna tell me some story like she had corona and died or something. Or
no. She's fine, man.
Nah, she's too tough.
You guys got girlfriends there, and are there a lot of pretty women and stuff and fun times?
Yeah,
man. We're locked down like everyone else, so it's kind of just a hand jerky job at the minute, you know.
You guys smoke? This is what I smoke on. Do you guys do any of this? I got the vape pen with a dosage.
I smoke a pipe.
Oh, what is that? That's a joint?
That's a dirty joint, man.
You have legal marijuana then in England?
No, we have CBD. No. We only have legal CBD.
Oh, what are they thinking? How could you guys not?
Oh no.
Too much gerrymandering.
Backwards, man. It's all backwards.
Too much gerrymandering in our politics.
I mean, this has been legal. It's been medical out here for a long time. I mean, it's.
I know, man. I'm jealous.
The next 5 years, I reckon, because they've legalized CBD now, so it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, it's getting there.
The whole
slowly.
World is. I think the whole world is headed in that direction, but
we just have stiff upper lip British people just like, no, it's disgusting. You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought more people in America would be smoking weed, especially through the pandemic, but there's still a lot of people that aren't down for it. It shocks me.
I think people just smoke it once and they're like, oof, that's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not for them, and they're against it.
People don't like being confronted by their own accountability, you know, but I can.
Yeah.
So
see, let me close with this. The nice thing about this is you could do it as much as you want, and no matter how stoned you get, it'll wear off in a couple hours. Try that with alcohol. Try drinking alcohol all day.
Oh,
yeah. And then take a break 2 hours and see how you feel. You're going to feel like shit.
Exactly. I don't drink anyway. I'm just purely weed guy.
So it's such, I mean, I wish a lot more people would be turned on to this. And also, this is what I want to say about my show. Do you guys see how I cook veggie burgers and
yeah.
You know, people just think it's not a relevant cooking show because I'm only cooking these plant-based soy burgers.
I was actually going to ask you about that. So,
but what I'll say about this is, if more people would get onto these plant-based soy. I eat Morningstar, but there's other products. There's Dr. Prager's and other products, but these things taste so similar to like a real chicken sandwich or a real burger, you're not even going to notice. And it's half the fat. It's way healthier, half the fat, no grease to clean up. You could cook in the microwave, you can put it on a frying pad, easy to clean. I mean, we are having a huge obesity epidemic all across the world, just people. We've gotten way too big, and if you started eating something light like that, it would help so much. Just start drinking water and eating veggie burgers, and I mean,
got some right here, water.
Yeah, so I mean, what I'm saying about my show, people just think it's a joke, but I'm trying to turn people on to I mean, have you guys ever tried a vegetarian burger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
mate, I actually love them. I'm
I
not
used to
even
eat.
vegetarian.
Yeah, I used to eat
Well,
corn
what do you-
chicken.
Well, what do you? I eat the Morning Star. I eat has chicken and they have it. It's called Griller's Prime. They have different things, but how do you eat your veggie burgers? You buy them at the grocery store or at a
Yeah,
restaurant?
we buy them
Yeah,
frozen.
yeah.
Buy them frozen.
Okay,
Like
what are they
soybeans
called?
and
What
stuff
what
like
is
that.
the brand name of them?
Usually
Oh,
corn.
I'm not sure.
It's
Yeah, corn
Q,
with a Q.
QUORN.
Q.
UORN.
Okay, I'll have to look. I've never heard of that, but that's a brand of veggie burgers.
Well, that's a brand
Yeah.
of artificial. It's vegan chicken, vegan burgers and whatnot.
Okay, so it has all kinds of different. That's like. I mean,
Yeah.
do you guys have Morningstar over there, or is that just an American?
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
American.
not sure. I'd have to look it up, but yeah.
Because they generally change the name of the brand abroad, anyway. So like Hershey's,
then they'll be
Cadbury's,
like-
and all
Oh
that.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's different. The vegetarian, the plant-based thing is taken off now. It's really taken off big. I mean, it's to me it's a no-brainer. I mean, especially with the pandemic. I mean, it's just I don't want it. I don't know. It makes it. I look pretty skinny when I'm vegetarian. I mean, one person on Reddit thought I was malnourished, but it's just you just kind of look different when you stop eating meat. You don't look the same, which.
You look good for 54. You look really good.
Well, thank you. I mean, I have had issues with my stomach my whole life. I got to watch what I eat. I mean, if I eat the wrong thing, I can be in serious stomach pain for hours. So the reason I just like to eat these Morningstar veggie burgers seem to work for me, and I don't have as many. Sometimes, but I don't have any real bad stomach issues, and that enables me to work and work and work. So that's why it's good for me. I mean, I can go out and eat at most restaurants. I mean, but it's always a roll of the dice. Like if I go over to Chipotle and get a big chicken burrito now, it's a roll of the dice. It might be okay, or it might rock the hell out of my stomach and send me into, or like even if I go to Taco Bell, it's a gamble. It might be okay, but it's just my stomach is so sensitive. So whatever I'm eating now, even though it might look boring to people, it keeps me going, and I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. I mean, I'm in the best shape mentally and physically I've ever been. I basically prepared my whole life for this moment. And I'm going to try to make it happen. I'm trying to be the biggest star in the world. I have a star painted on my costume. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it's the Iron Patriot. It's the biggest rock. The Iron Patriot is designed to be the biggest rock star of all time. That's just what it is. I'm trying to bring back.
You get there,
That's
man.
it. And sometimes it takes 50 years to become an overnight success. Look at Colonel Sanders. Look at Colonel Sanders. It took him 64 years.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I guess it's not. I don't have it yet, so I don't want to relax or try to celebrate too early. But between what happened last night and this nice interview with you guys, I mean, we're 8 hours difference now. I'm in LA. You're way. This is an incredible marvel of technology that we're even able to do this. So let's end now and I'll talk with you guys again. But it's great. I think this was a great initial start, and I like to keep.
Yeah, man, it was great talking to you, man.
If this continues to keep going up, this would be incredible if we keep contact.
Yeah, keep us updated. Keep us updated on everything, you know.
Yeah. I will. I'll keep. Now that we're connected on Twitter, I'll tell you if there's something maybe we need to talk about. But I just gotta wait and see what happens in these next couple of weeks and see because this is. I've only been doing this a week. If these videos keep getting seen on Kill Tony, I'm just hoping some bigger podcasters find. You know how the podcasters always kind of keep it in the family. They all do each other's shows.
Yeah.
See, I'm not in that world yet. If they bring me into that and start letting me be on these other shows, but I don't know when or if that's gonna, happen. I mean, see, that's been another thing with this whole thing is I think Tony has made people scared of me. He's said a lot of bad things about me, so people think I'm just this. I mean, I'm not perfect. If I went back and did it again, I would have tried to be more patient, and maybe I would have just told Tony I needed a break for a couple months, and then see, I tried to come back a couple months in that spring of 2013. I left in January I left in January 2014. I tried to come back in like April of 2014, but they wouldn't let me stand on the stage. If you ever watch Kill Tony 48, it's hilarious because there was one moment when Red Band turned the camera and you could see me standing up in this balcony in the suit because they wouldn't let me on stage. Kill Tony 48. But I went with the flow. I thought it was hilarious because I always stay in character. I thought it was going to be funny me standing up there because I was still doing my thing, security up there. And then I even came back. Tried to come back for Kill Tony 50, and then I tried to go down on the roast show, and then that's when Tony had me kicked out of the club. I was trying to get on the roast battle that was on Tuesday night, a whole nother show. But there's just been so much ridiculous drama through this thing, and I haven't even. I mean, it seems like I've talked forever, but I haven't even scratched. I've not scratched the surface of the stories.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to hearing. We're looking forward to hearing more for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, well, thanks for both of you joining me, and just as soon as you get it put together, send the thing to WeTransfer, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%, man. We will.
Cool.
Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy, brother.